Hey girl, I want to catch your way. Welcome back to Finway Productions. And today we're continuing the ongoing series here. And, yeah. And I was contemplating, I was like, I think I should get Chase to read this. By the way, if you don't know who Chase is, he is the other guy. Here's why I always use we. Because it's me and him, technically, even though he has access to post videos, he just doesn't. I don't know why. But yeah, I think I should get him to read some of this. I don't know why. He probably wouldn't do it, but whatever. So now we're reading chapter 3. The answer. Sheila galloped away from the bakery all the way to her sister's home, known as the Carousel Boutique. I guess that answers the question, that her sister owns a boutique. Cool. It's a dressmaker shop that her sister Rarity owned and operated. She made beautiful dresses and lovely gowns of various varieties and styles. That's what a boutique does. I think I already knew that. But I guess if you didn't know. As she approached, she opened the door and then quickly closed it behind her. Then she looked out the window of the shop to make sure she wasn't followed. When she was satisfied that she wasn't followed by her fellow Crusaders. Crusaders, I laugh at that name still. She sighed in relief and began heading to the living quarters above the shop. When she reached the top floor, she turned right down the hallway and made her way to her sister's workroom. When she got there, she saw Ray making a white unicorn with a lovely purple mane and 3 diamonds as her key. What? Rushing back and forth, no doubt working out a new outfit or clothing line for a client. Sheila walked into the room, which Rarity called her inspiration, and sat on the floor in the corner and watched. So, as you do. As her sister ran back and forth across the room, she sighed with relief. One benefit of having a sister. I know, by the way, that no one could tell what I just said, probably right there. I did not mean to say her name that weird, but we're just gonna roll with it. One benefit of having a sister who was an important seamstress was that she was always too busy to really listen to her. She could tell her anything at this point, but her attention would be on her work, too much on her work. Okay, sorry. I read it right the first time, but her attention would be on her work to really listen to her. Okay, I think there should be nothing. I don't know. Never mind. As a direct result, she felt that she could really talk to her and get some of this off her chest, whatever it was. Hey sis, small smacker. I can't read. I'm illiterate. If you guys can't tell. Say, hey sis, she said, a small flicker of a smile on her face. How are you? Why do I struggle with the word flicker? Oh, she said as she levitated 3 massive rolls of fabric with her magic, not making eye contact with her. How's your day with your friend? Fine, he answered. As she continued to watch her work, she sat and watched in silence for a while, making sure he was really in depth with her work to be really paying attention to her. After several minutes of saying nothing, she was convinced that Ray was too busy to notice her presence. Ray, she began to say, her heart racing. Can I ask you something? Of course, darling. She already said as she began measuring and cutting a piece of lavender fabric. So far, pretty normal chapter. Well, I was wondering if you can help me with something. You said as you twiddled her hoosh on the ground. Okay. Wait. Okay, never mind. Okay, Rui said, still not looking at her. I was hanging out with my friend when something happened. Something that I really don't know anything about. She explained. I've been feeling a bit strange, and I don't really know why I started feeling this way. Okay, Okay. So as she began putting away some fabric that she no longer really used, I can't really explain what it is that happened, but my heart began to race and my cheeks began to feel really hot. She continued as she rubbed her cheek with a hoof. At this point, Ruby began operating her sewing machine. I just called it a sewing machine, didn't I? Carefully stitching a part of her new outfit together, she began feeding the fabric through. Began to think about something. She wasn't sure she should mention anybody's name in this whole ordeal. Celestia forbid that she was actually paying any attention to her. Well, it started when a new friend I made, she fibbed. Not sure of the way to put it. Don't lie. Or in this case, don't fib. I like that word, fib. It's a funny word, fibbed. Fib. Man, I'm childish. They gave me, gave me a 3 A's, hug, and we all stopped mid-sentence when she heard the sound she didn't want to hear, the sewing machine turning off. Her heart began racing and sweat began forming around her forehead. Reddy was listening to her, or at least enough to catch her attention. Uh-oh. It looks like you should... Okay, you got a little bit of a problem to deal with, my friend. Rudy had widened eyes and a shocked expression on her face when she turned and faced her younger sister. She stood there by her desk, not sure if she had heard correctly. What did you say, dear? She asked as she slowly trotted over to her. That's not good. I say run. A feeling of discomfort began to overflow through the small filly's body. She began backing away from her sister. She backed up into the wall, knowing there was nowhere to go. Her eyes shifted back and forth, hoping that to find some kind of exit. Again, can't read. Much to her despair, there was no way of avoiding the older white unicorn. It's nothing, she fibbed. I think the only word that's funnier to me than fibbed is discombobulated. It's just a funny, goofy word. Still looking for a way out of this mess she was in. It's just small stuff, Besides, I wasted enough of your time as it is, so I'll leave you alone. And she began bolting for the door, hoping to make it before it was too late. However, using her magic that she possessed, Rarity closed the door, causing some people to knock her head to it. She stood there slightly disoriented from the impact. That's an oof, right there. Now you have no way out of this, because you just tried to run. Which means she knows something's wrong now, so you know what? Now you have to say something. Not so fast, little sister, said Rarity with a coy look on her face. Coy. It's been a long time since I've heard that word. Yeah, it's not a widely used word anyways. Did you say that you were hugged by a new friend? Uh-oh. I don't know, I just like saying that. Trigo regained her focus as she came face to face with her sister. Rarity had a smile on her face and a look in her eyes. Okay, let's reread this. Had a smile on her face and a look in her eyes like she knew something about all this. Okay, I was looking at the wrong sentence. I'm stupid. The very sight of her sister like this sent chills down her spine. I mean, somebody gave me that face. If it's the one I'm imagining, I'd probably be creeped out too. Well, she said, crouching down on her legs. It's not a big deal, really. It was just a friendly hug, that's all. The look never left her face. And did I also hear he also say, and did you also say that you felt strange feelings afterwards? Almost in a defeated manner. Her lowered her head and nodded. What kind of feelings? Yes, be specific, for I might be able to help. Stephen looked down at her and said, well, my heart races, my cheeks feel really warm, and I become at a loss for words. I'm staring at emptiness. It's almost like just time stands still, I guess. When she was finished, he backed off and let a soft giggle. know why I found that funny, but I did. What part of all this was amusing to her? Did she know something? Did she know was wrong, or she was just playing? Oh, this is just marvelous, sweetums. She said, "What is? I thought this was your sister, not your mom. Something my mom would call me, probably." She said, turning her back on her in an attempt to suppress her giggling. I cannot believe that it is happening so soon. It's just unbelievable. She was unable to stand up straight again, but the fear and worry never left. You know what this is? What is it, and how do you know about it? Well, she said as she turned to look at her sister, I'm busy with dresses and my latest fashion designs, but there are many times when I'm not busy. When they do arise, I do tend to do some light reading as a result. I know what's happening to you, and although I'm a bit jealous, I simply cannot believe it's actually happening. This is absolutely marvelous. What? Asked Leo. What is it? What's happening? I read that backwards. Of course, my dear sweet sister, said Rhodey with a huge smile on her face. It seems you've fallen in love. I knew it. I mean, it was kind of predictable, but the world came to a perpetual standstill as the words left her mouth. Everything that she had ever thought was racing through her mind and was flashing before her eyes. Apparently, there were several things wrong with what was happening right now. For starters, she was in love with something. She was in love with something she was not used to. Aside from family love. Secondly, her sister knew about this, and for some reason that terrified her. Lastly, unknown to her, these feelings were all directed at one pony. I wasn't able to make heads or tails of anything else in the moment. She was feeling very lightheaded and dizzy, blanked out, and collapsed on the floor. That was great. And by that loud noise was probably my pop socket. I closed it on my phone. Well, that was an interesting chapter. I don't really know what else to say. I just feel like, I don't know, I can't think, I had lost my train of thought. I had something I was going to say, but then I forgot what it was. Well, why not just add a plug-in? Go follow us on Twitter, @FinwayProducty1. I don't know why we have that weird Twitter handle. FINWAPRODUCTI1. If you follow us, if you have any suggestions for a story you want us to read, or video ideas, or series ideas, just send it to us, DM us, add us, whatever. We'll get and see if we can do it. Without further ado, that's it. I was about to say without further ado. Without further ado, Finway Production signing out.